I had an offer to do variety actor on actor this Friday, and I couldn't find another actor to do it with me because they were too afraid to go and talk about this movie, so I couldn't do it.
Too afraid.
You know?
Hollywood kind of sucks sometimes. And, when it comes to the whole political discourse, we know that, when you're in Hollywood, you're always going to be very much on one side of the spectrum. And it's just kind of, I don't know. Now I hope that we can kind of break the mold a little bit and just kind of go like, all right, when it comes to politics and when it comes to Hollywood, when it comes to actors and everything like that, it's like, no, I mean, everybody can obviously voice their opinions about stuff and something, but when it comes to, even if somebody is like leaning the other way, they don't have to be ousted or something like that. There can be discussions, and we got Sebastian Stan right here. Now, I'm not saying Sebastian Stan is just coming out as a Republican, no, but he did star in a movie that was called The Apprentice, that, of course, he plays Donald Trump. And this is pretty dumb right here because you know how Variety does an actor on actor where they discuss their movie roles, especially when it comes to the award season. And I guess he might be considered to be nominated for his role as playing a young Donald Trump. Well, he had this to say right here at a Q&A.
The amount of love that I've received, from some of the biggest, both of us, I think, in terms of actors, directors, producers, writers who have seen the movie and they rave about it. But then, for instance, I had an offer to do variety actor on actor this Friday, and I couldn't find another actor to do it with me because they were too afraid to go and talk about this movie, so I couldn't do it.
Too afraid.
And it doesn't matter. That's okay. That's not to point a finger at anybody. I've gotten to do a lot of great things, and that's not pointing at anyone specific. It was we couldn't get past the publicists or the people representing them because it was too afraid to talk about this movie. And it's like, that's when I think we lose the situation. Like,
yes,
if it really becomes like that fear or that discomfort to talk about this, then we're really going to have a problem. There was an op-ed that came out that I sent to him in New York Times recently that I thought was really interesting, which said we have to stop pretending that Trump is not one of us. And that's a really difficult thing to deal with at the moment, and I understand the emotions are very high, but I think that's the only way you're going to grasp this film. All it's saying is you cannot keep casting this person aside, especially after they get the popular vote. Should we not give this a closer look and try to understand what it is about this person that's even driving that? Or
yes.
I don't know if the love is going to translate into action, but certainly it's there from what we're hearing. But
very well said by Sebastian Stan. Very well said. And he's not a Trump fan. He's expressed that. But he's talking about that fact that there are people that were too afraid. And this is mainly, he's not pointing fingers at the certain actors. It's the publicists. The publicists were like, no, we're not doing that because we have to talk about Donald Trump. We don't talk about Donald Trump. Can't talk about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, it's like Donald Trump is like, Trump is a 4-letter word now that you can't speak in Hollywood. But it's just like, but he brings up a good point after the election. It's like, well, maybe we should start talking about it and having discussions about it because not only did he win the whole thing, he won the popular vote. And that's what I've always been trying to say. I'm like, when people just don't want to associate with anybody who's on that side or voted for him. Remember the whole Rachel Zegler thing and all that stuff where she was wishing no peace for like those people. It's like, no, that's not a way to do it. Have conversations. I'm not conservative, but I have conservative people in my life who voted for him twice. And I have discussions with them like, why do you? What do you, and then we'll have a discussion, a friendly discussion, Sometimes people just don't want to hear that. So good on Sebastian Stan for saying that.